So in this tutorial, we'll be looking at Z parameters. So in my previous video of introduction to two-port network, I've explained about the two-port network can be characterized by using parameters. So four of the parameters which we have already discussed. So now we'll go in depth about the first parameter, that is Z parameter. Now Z parameter is also called as open circuit impedance parameters, right? So I'll explain why it is called so. It is also called as open circuit impedance parameter. Now let us take the example of the two-port network which is mentioned here. So as you can see, you have the input current I1 here flowing into the network. Even I2, for two ports convention, it is taken that I2 is also flowing into the network. So the voltage, input voltage is plus and minus here V1, and output voltage is plus and minus V2 here. Now as I've already told you that these parameters are functions of the basic four parameters of two-port networks. So basic four parameters are V1, I1, V2 and I2, right? So when it comes to Z parameter, the relationship between V1, I1, V2, I2 is V1 and V2 are functions of I1 comma I2. So it is I1 and I2 here. So V1 is a function of I1 and I2. V2 is also a function of I1 and I2. Now when I say it is a function of I1 and I2, what I mean is V1 can be represented as in terms of I1 and I2, and similarly V2 can be represented in terms of I1 and I2. Now how they are represented is given by the Z parameter equation, that is V1 is equal to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2, and similarly V2 is equal to Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. So basically the basic parameters will remain the same, only the addition will be the Z parameters, which are 4 in number. So that is Z11, Z12, Z21 and Z22. So here V1 and V2 are functions of I1 and I2. Now this can be written in a matrix form, that is V1, V2, right here, and you have Z11, Z12, Z21, Z22 multiplied by I1 and I2. Now as you can see here, this is 2 by 1 matrix because you have 2 rows and 1 column, right? This matrix is 2 by 2 because it has 2 rows and 2 columns. This matrix is 2 by 1. Now from the basics we know that when you multiply a 2 by 2 matrix with 2 by 1 matrix, you will get a matrix that is 2 by 1, right? So that is what you get here on the left hand side. So the basics of matrix multiplication is not changed from in any way. So these are the this is the matrix representation of Z parameter. Okay, this is called matrix representation. So basically we can write here, this is V voltage, so it is a product of impedance into current, right? Or nothing but you can simply relate it to Ohm's law, not law, it's Ohm's law, right? So it is V is equal to I into R, where R has become the impedance. Now, how do you, our aim here is to find these parameters Z11, Z12, Z21 and Z22. So you'll be given with a two-port network and you will be asked to find the parameters Z11, Z12, Z21 and Z22. Now, let us only take these two equations, first one here and second one here, right? So in the first equation, I'll substitute I2 as 0. Okay, so if I substitute I2 as 0 in the first equation, the second term will be 0 because 0 into Z12 is 0, correct? So what you get is left hand V1 is equal to Z11 I1. From this we'll get Z11 is equal to V1 by I1, right? So this is the equation to find Z11 when I2 is equal to 0. Okay, so this is just a mathematical representation, but what does it actually mean? Now I2 is equal to 0. I2 you can see here in the network, when I2 is equal to 0. I2 is equal to 0 means there is a open circuit in the second output terminal. That is, this current I2 is 0. That means there is an open circuit here. So when you open circuit the output, the parameter what you get is Z11, right? So it is Z11 is called open circuit driving point input impedance. Why? Because it is input impedance, because input voltage divided by input current, that is at the input side. So that is why its name input impedance. Why open circuit? Because output terminal is open circuited. How? By making I2 is equal to 0. So this is one parameter that we have got. Now second parameter, how will we get? See, we have set I2 is equal to 0. Now set I1 is equal to 0 in the first equation. In the first equation, set I1 is equal to 0. Now in this first equation, if I1 becomes 0, this term as a whole will become 0. So what you get is, it is V1 is equal to Z12 I2, correct? So from this we'll get Z12 as V1 by I2. So this is the equation to find Z12, that which is equal to V1 by I2, and this is got when I1 is equal to 0. Now what does it mean I1 is equal to 0? See, I1 is here. I1 is equal to 0 means there is an open circuit here, correct? So these are the two conditions under which we are finding Z11 and Z12. Now Z12 is called open circuit reverse transfer impedance. So Z12 is called open circuit reverse transfer impedance. Now why it is open circuit? As I have already discussed, I1 is 0. I1 is 0 means the input terminal is open circuited. That means the current cannot flow here. So I1 is 0. Reverse transfer impedance. Now it is, in the first case, since it was V1 by I1, as you can see here, it was V1 by I1, where V1 and I1 were on the input side, right? But here you have V1 on the input side, I2 on the output side. So that is why it is called a reverse transfer impedance, right? It is an impedance because it is the ratio of V and I, right? It is an impedance, but it is reverse transfer impedance, because one term is of the input and other term is of the output. That is, V1 is from the input side and I2 is from the output side. Now, the next parameter that I am going to consider is, see, we have equated, okay, let me write it again here. We have two major equations. V1 is equal to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2, and V2 is equal to Z21 I1 and plus addition of Z22 I2. So this was the equation number 1. This is the equation number 2. Now, to find out Z11 and Z12, we had made I2 is equal to 0 for Z11, and for Z12 I1 is equal to 0. Now, in order to find Z21 and Z22, take the same approach. So in the equation 2, put I2 is equal to 0. So if you put I2 here is equal to 0, so you will be left out with Z21 is equal to V2 by I1. So this is the equation for Z21, that is V2 by I1, and this is got when I2 is equal to 0, right? Now, when I2 is equal to 0, the value what we get is Z21. This is called open circuit forward transfer impedance. Forward transfer impedance. So I think you can relate the name here. It is open circuit because I2 is equal to 0. It is obvious. Forward transfer impedance. Forward because the input current I1 is involved here and output voltage V2 is involved here. Again, it is transfer impedance because one parameter is of input and other parameter is of the output. Now, how do you get Z22? So in the equation 2, put I1 is equal to 0. Now, if I1 is equal to 0 here, so you get Z22 as V2 by I2. Now, there is no necessity in this world for you to remember the equations here. Only the equations which you need to remember are 1 and 2, which are given here. If you know these two equations, you can solve any problems under Z parameter, and that is a guarantee. So Z22 is V2 by I2, and this is got when I1 is equal to 0, right? So this is called open circuit driving point output impedance. It is called open circuit driving point output impedance. Right now, so hence we are able to find out the matrix, that is Z11, Z12, Z21 and Z22 by making I1 and I2 0 alternatively. Now, this two-port network, which is characterized by Z parameter, can be written in the simplest way possible. Like, say I had written the two-port network structure here. Two-port network, that is, it will have V1 I1 as an input parameter, that is input voltage and input current, V2 I2 as the output currents, current and voltages respectively. Now, this can be simplified in terms of Z parameter. So the equivalent network of two-port network in terms of Z parameter will be written from the basic two equations which are mentioned here. V1 and V2. Now I'll write down the circuit and let me explain it then. So you will have a impedance, and as I've told, you will have dependent sources and not the independent sources. So you'll have a dependent source here as well as dependent source here, right? And you'll have a impedance here. Now as usual, by our convention, the voltage here is plus to minus, that is V1, and the current flowing in is I1. The current flowing from the output into the terminal is I2, and this is the voltage V2. Okay. Now just have a look in. You can give the terminals name as 1 and 1 dash here, and 2 and 2 dash, because some of the authors do give the value value to the terminal like that. So here what you have is, you have a look at the first equation, that is this equation which is written here, the first equation, right? That is V1 is equal to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2. It is nothing but a KVL, right? So in order to satisfy this equation, we should have Z11 I1 here, and this becomes a voltage source with the value together as Z12 I2. So similarly here you have Z21 I1, and here you have Z22. Okay, I made a mistake here, that is this impedance value is Z11 only. Now how did we write this circuit is by looking into the equations 1 and 2. Now I'll write the KVL, then you will understand. See here, if you go from minus to plus, so negative to positive is positive, plus, and voltage here is V1, right? Current is flowing from higher potential to lower potential, it is plus to minus, so it is minus I1 into Z11. I1 is a current, Z11 is the impedance, basic Ohm's law. And here you have plus to minus, so it is minus Z12 I2 is equal to 0. This is a proper KVL. So from this you will get V1, if you rearrange, V1 is equal to I1, you will get Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2, which is nothing but the original equation of Z parameter, right? So you got to know how to write the left this part of the circuit. Similarly, right side of the circuit also obeys the second equation that is present here, right? So if you write the KVL starting from the output, if you write the KVL starting from the output, minus 2 plus here, so it is positive V2, and current is flowing from right to left, so it is, this must be positive, this must be negative, because current flows from higher potential to lower potential, so it is minus I2 Z22, and because of this dependent source it is minus Z21 I1 is equal to 0. So if you rearrange this as well, V2 you will get it as Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. So this is nothing but the second equation of the Z parameter. So this is all about representation of two-port network using Z parameter, and how do you find individual Z parameters, and how do you represent a two-port network in terms of Z parameter, that is this network. So This comes in handy when you have problems to solve. So you'll be given with a two-port network, and you'll be asked to find the Z parameter of that network, and to represent the two-port network in this form, that is in terms of Z parameters. So whenever you get the values of Z11, write this, substitute that value here, Z12 here, and Z21 here, and Z22 here, and you write, and you can write the dependent source here, two sources, voltage sources, they are voltage sources, and finally you are able to write the equivalent two-port network in terms of Z parameters. Thank you for watching.